just think with speed and footwork and being in a rhythm, I don't think he can handle that. He doesn't like that because he is...
I think he's got absolutely no chance. I think he's going to get smashed to pieces.
Well, if AJ, listen, I don't know if he takes a shot or not, but he's a bigger man. AJ's got a lot of power. If he catches him, he catches most people. He'll knock him over.
Jake Paul has issued a chilling knockout warning to Anthony Joshua, speaking with a level of confidence that's growing louder every time he opens his mouth. He insists he's bringing something unexpected, something sharper than the world.
Sneaky knockout punches coming. Lots of great work to the body. People underestimate.
Has seen from him so far. Paul believes he's evolving, studying the game obsessively, and stepping into this fight as a more dangerous version of himself. But no matter how much he talks, the reality remains unchanged. Facing a true elite
Definitely a bit chinny. He's durable, he gets back up, he knows how to fight when he's hurt, and he's still dangerous when he's hurt. He's dropped people, he's wobbled Dubois when he had been dropped multiple times, so he's very tough. He's very, very, very tough, but I do see holes.
Heavyweight like Anthony Joshua is a completely different universe. Still, Jake continues calling out AJ's vulnerabilities, recognizing his toughness but promising to find the smallest opening and flip the world on its head. His mindset is clear. He's hunting for a knockout.
I'm going to land heavy punches, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to expose him to certain tricks in boxing that he may not have seen yet, and I'm going to bring him to another school of boxing that I don't think he's been exposed to.
Not just participating, he's treating this fight like a tactical mission, studying every frame of Joshua's past fights in search of moments where a world-class champion might be exposed. Anthony Joshua, however, is responding with the authority and calm of a...
It's a very dangerous night's work, and AJ will be, people say, oh, will he take it easy on it? AJ will be AJ. He don't mess around, he don't play with his food. He'll be going in there looking to take him out.
Seasoned champion. He's heard every threat, every declaration, every boast, and none of it intimidates him. Joshua's message is simple and brutally honest. He's going to show Jake Paul the difference between hype and real heavyweight skill. AJ doesn't need to shout or brag. His presence...
I truly believe, watching the press conference yesterday, I truly believe that he believes he's going to win the fight. He's got to just get into range.
Says enough. Any attempt from Paul to land a sneaky KO won't be simple, because Joshua is prepared to control the fight from the opening bell and expose every limit Paul has. Eddie Hearn reinforces that message. He makes it clear that
AJ's a massive favourite. He's a natural heavyweight, two-time world champion, Olympic gold medalist. We all seen him. He can punch, he can bang. You see what he's done to Ngannou. Jake Paul, I don't think he's had amateur experience. He's had 12 fights.
AJ isn't just a boxer, he's a predator. He hunts, he breaks opponents down, and he finishes with precision. Every punch Joshua throws carries real, career-changing power. If Jake Paul enters this fight with even a hint of overconfidence, Hearn warns it could turn into a brutal reality check in seconds.
Joshua is bigger than Jake Paul in our world. So there'll be more of a judgment on Anthony Joshua than there will be on Jake Paul, because Anthony Joshua is expected to get this boy blasted out.
Spencer Oliver has also sounded off on the matchup, highlighting Paul's wild, almost reckless confidence. But confidence alone won't save him. Oliver reminds everyone that Joshua is operating on an entirely different level.
What happened? This is a one-round job, because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud.
AJ has fought and beaten elite competition across the world. He's been in with killers. He's survived firefights. And he's sent world-class fighters crashing to the canvas. One punch from Jake Paul isn't going to change that. AJ's size, power, ring IQ, and experience make him borderline untouchable for someone with Paul's limited background. Frank Warren also weighed in, making it clear who dominates this.
He's his fight of his career. If he wants to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, should the should. I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua hurts this guy, seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy in
matchup? Joshua has experience, championship pedigree, physical strength, and a proven track record that places him in a league far beyond Paul. Any talk of Jake scoring a knockout is not only unrealistic, it's delusional. Warren emphasizes that Paul is stepping into a world where one mistake isn't just costly, it's catastrophic. Johnny Nelson adds to that sentiment, underscoring the enormous...
I'm not sure, really. You know, Jake Paul's a cruiserweight, isn't he? Not even that. You know, he won't be anywhere near his biggest partner.
Physical advantage Joshua holds. He highlights the gap in size, reach, mass, and presence. Joshua doesn't just win these physical battles, he overwhelms opponents with them. Nelson believes AJ's dominance will be total, and Paul's attempts at landing big shots will be neutralized long before they become dangerous. Carl Froch goes even further, pointing out how completely outmatched Paul is. Froch explains that Joshua...
So I told Anthony, I already messaged Anthony as I listen. I tell you what, I said to AJ, if this goes past 5 rounds, everybody's gonna be having a go at you because you can't go past 5 rounds with this kid. He has to go past 1 round or 2 rounds. Past beyond 4 or 5 rounds, you know, people are gonna be doubting you as a fighter himself. So he has to smoke him out like what he did Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia in 1 round.
Joshua's timing, distance control, and technical ability make it almost impossible for challengers, even legitimate heavyweights, to land meaningful punches. For someone like Paul, with far less experience, the mismatch is glaring. Froch says that if Paul tries to come forward recklessly or loads up on big shots, he's likely to get hit with something that...
Joshua is Anthony Joshua. You know, he's multiple-time champion, Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? The last time somebody stepped in the ring with him that didn't have that much boxing experience was Ngannou, and you've seen what happened to him. But
ends the fight before it has truly begun. Duke McKenzie echoes the same warning. He highlights the massive gap in ability between the two men and suggests that, for Joshua, this could be a walk in the park. Yet the pressure is immense for Paul. His inexperience is showing. And
God help Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw that what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline. Well, this kid's coming from another level. You know, white-collar boxing in 2018, gone through the mill, and the only boxer really that he's actually boxed, a legitimate boxer he got beat by, and that was in Tommy Fury.
The attempt to threaten AJ with a knockout is not just bold, but dangerously risky. Joshua's power, sharpness, and precision could easily turn Paul's confidence into a nightmare. Dave Allen dives deeper into the physical realities of this matchup. Standing across from a natural heavyweight like AJ, Paul is simply outmatched in every measurable category: reach, weight, mass, strength. Joshua's frame and presence alone impose dominance before he even throws a punch. Allen stresses that while Paul may dream big and talk even bigger, the truth is unforgiving. He's stepping into a ring with someone who exists on a level far beyond his strength, durability, and experience. Then comes Derek Chisora, always blunt, always...
Financial welfare, but Jake Paul going into a fight with Anthony Joshua, to me, is absurd. I mean, Anthony Joshua is a legitimate 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. He may have got destroyed by Daniel Dubois, but notwithstanding, there's nothing physically wrong with Anthony Joshua that he can't execute. Mentally, he might be in a little bit of a difficult position after the loss.
Honest. Chisora says, the fight should not last more than a few rounds. Anything longer, he argues, would raise eyebrows. Joshua's knockout ability is so overwhelming that Paul has almost no margin for error. The expectation is straightforward. AJ stops him, and he stops him violently. Fans and analysts are anticipating a swift, authoritative performance from one of the most dangerous heavyweights of this era. David Benavidez also weighs in, highlighting just how far ahead AJ is when it comes to skill and real boxing fundamentals. He points out what everyone knows: Anyone without genuine boxing experience.
Paul is going to win this fight by knockout. You would think I'm absolutely crazy, right? But the thing is, it can happen. 10-ounce gloves, heavyweight, Jake Paul can punch hard. But do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not, mate. Anthony Joshua is an absolute beast, an unbelievable, highly skilled, highly trained, highly experienced professional boxer with power in both hands, and he's really good at
faces a massive uphill battle against Joshua. Paul may be loud about his knockout ambitions, but Joshua's record shows he neutralizes inexperienced fighters with ease. Benavidez stresses that AJ's dominance isn't just physical, it's tactical. Spencer Oliver doubles down, saying Paul is stepping into a fight where he could quickly drown. AJ has dismantled elite fighters across multiple styles: punchers, movers, brawlers, pressure fighters. While Paul keeps talking about shock knockouts, Joshua has already demonstrated he can end fights clinically and decisively, making any overconfidence from Paul dangerously misplaced. Simon Jordan adds another layer, echoing what
fighting when and why? I'm fighting Anthony Joshua because I'm fucking him. What? I'm fighting Anthony Joshua because I'm him. Holy shit, just let me take a second. Is this motherfucker out of Dude, it's light work. Light work.
Many fans think privately. Jake Paul stepping in with Anthony Joshua is borderline insanity. Jordan explains that this isn't just a fight, it's a collision between two entirely different worlds. Joshua is a two-time heavyweight champion with Olympic gold, even after the loss to Daniel Dubois. Nothing about Joshua's physical ability has faded. His fundamentals, his power, his experience remain elite. Paul, however, is stepping into a deep ocean with little more than hype and a handful of power shots. Jordan stresses that any attempt at a knockout is not only unlikely, but delusional. Tony Jeffries admits that, technically, anything is possible in boxing, including a surprise Paul knockout, but he quickly clarifies that the real-world odds are microscopic. Joshua is a massive, well-trained heavyweight, with years of experience facing the world's best. His ability to read opponents is exceptional. Jake Paul may possess power, but the difference in skill, timing, and experience is astronomical. Jeffries concludes that Paul's bravado may make headlines, but once the bell rings, Joshua's precision, power, and discipline will dominate. Even Logan Paul, Jake's own brother, captures the disbelief surrounding this matchup. Logan admits that the idea of Jake stepping in with a fighter as polished and powerful as Joshua is shocking, even to him. Jake's confidence borders on delusional because Joshua is a professional with world-class credentials. Social media hype can't compensate for decades of real combat experience. And that brings everything full circle. Anthony Joshua is a two-time world champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and one of the most powerful heavyweights of this